This is the 7th page of Mariage d'Amour by Paul de Senneville. This is the right hand teaching video for the 7th page. So, we're going to start the page with our right hand, little finger on E flat, above middle C. And then, that's an 8th note. And then the thumb will move to G. And then 2 finger C, 3 finger D, 4 finger E flat, 3 finger D, 2 finger C, 4 finger E flat. Thumb, that's the 8th note, the rest were 16ths. Then the thumb will move to G, 2 finger C, 3 finger D, 4 finger E flat. So that whole measure together has this rhythm. So, 4 8th notes, 4 8th notes in the whole thing, the rest 16ths. Then, we're going to move to our 4 finger F, 2 F's above middle C. Now this is a dotted 8th, followed by a 16th. 5 finger on G, 4 finger back to F for our dotted 8th. 5 finger playing a 16th. 4 finger back to the F for a whole quarter note, tied to an 8th note. Then we'll repeat the F, followed by a 5 finger G. Well, those were 16th notes. So the rhythm for that second measure sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 1. Then we move to our 2 finger on D, 2 D's above middle C. And this is a quarter note tied to an 8th. Then we're going to repeat the D. But I'd probably use my 4 finger to repeat the D because we're going to go down from there. Then 5 finger E flat, 4 finger D, 3 finger C, 2 finger B flat, thumb A, cross your probably 3 finger to G, 2 finger F sharp, 3 finger G, 4 finger A. All of that was 16th notes except for the first note. So the whole rhythm of the third measure sounds like this. Then the first measure of the second line is easy. It's just a half note, thumb playing D. The left hand has all the notes in this measure. And then there's a half rest. So that's easy. The right hand in the 5th measure of this page is going to start with B flat. This is 2 B flats above middle C. Most of the notes in this measure are 8th notes. At the very end they'll do 2 16ths. So 5 finger B flat, thumb D, repeat the D, 2 finger E flat, repeat the E flat, thumb to C, repeat the C, then 5 finger A followed by 4 finger G. So that measures rhythm sounds like this. And that's probably going to sound familiar. We've done this melody before. This is the 6th measure of page 7. 5 finger playing A. These are mostly 8th notes again, followed by 2 16ths at the end of the measure. 5 finger A, thumb C, repeat the C, 3 finger E flat, 2 finger D, thumb B flat, repeat the B flat, then 5 finger G, 5 finger G followed by 4 finger F. So that whole measure is like this. Now we have the same rhythm again for the next measure, all 8th notes with 2 16th notes at the end. 5 finger will start on G, 2 G's above middle C. Then your thumb will move to B flat, repeat the B flat, 2 finger C, then probably repeat the C with your 3 finger this time, then thumb on A, repeat the A, 4 finger D followed by 3 finger C. That whole measure sounds like okay, and then the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th measure, third line of this page, is easy for the right hand. It's just a whole note on D, 2 Ds above middle C. And I just hold for the whole measure. Again, the left hand has all the notes for this measure. Then, for the 8th measure, 5, 4 plus 3 plus 1, no, this is the 9th measure. 9th measure, we're going to start with our little finger on B flat, and this is 2 B flats above middle C. All of these are 8th notes except the last 2 notes in the measure are 16ths again. 5 finger B flat, thumb D, repeat the D, put your 3 finger on E flat, repeat the E flat, thumb on C, repeat the C, little finger A, followed by 4 finger G. That whole measure. Then we're on the last line, 4th line for this page. First measure starts with right where our hand was before, little finger on A, thumb on C, repeat the C, 3 finger E flat, 2 finger D, thumb B flat, repeat the B flat, then 5 finger G followed by 4 finger F. Again, all 8th notes except the last 2 are 16ths. Sounds like this. Same rhythm again in the next measure, second measure, 4th line. 5 finger G, thumb to B flat, repeat the B flat. 3 finger C, repeat the C, thumb to A, repeat the A, 4 finger D followed by 3 finger C. That measure sounds like now, this is the 3rd measure, 4th line. We're going to play a chord. The little finger will be on 2 Ds above middle C, and the thumb will be on F sharp above middle C. That's a half note. Then we follow that by putting the thumb to D above middle C, then 2 finger F sharp, 3 finger A, maybe we should cross. So D, F sharp, cross the thumb to A, then you can do 2 or 3 finger on D, and then that's that measure, so it's going to sound like 2, 3, 4. So then, well, more that speed. Then we're going to do the last measure of this page. We just walked ourselves up, and then we're going to have our little finger go to A. This is 2 A's above middle C, and then we're going to play 3 finger F sharp, and then we're going to play a chord. Our little finger will be on D, 3 D's above middle C, and the thumb will be on the D below that, an octave. So the last measure sounds like this. And the chord is a half note, and then it's followed by a quarter rest. So this whole page, right hand, sounds like this. that's the 7th page, right hand.